regarding the mandatories. Is there a good chance that by the time, if, like I said, you two come for your next fights and are going to fight next year, that there is a strong possibility that this may not be for the undisputed tag? One of the belts could end up getting dropped, you don't know. Or if you get elevated to a franchise champion, all this kind of stuff. But I suppose ultimately it doesn't matter as long as we get to see the fight.
Do you know what? I've always said, right, belts, as good as they are to have for world champions, they don't make the fighters. The fighters make belts. That's the fact, okay? I am very proud to be the WBC heavyweight champion. You know, it's the only belt that's evaded me over the years. I finally added it to my collection. I want to defend it. I ain't going to give no belts up for nobody, especially not no bum like Dillian Whyte. I punch his face right in for him. Yeah, I don't want to vacate my belts, but the belts don't. They're not going to define me. These belts to become all these belt holders again. Yeah, they ain't going to do anything for me because I have every belt. I have every single belt that's ever been made in boxing. I already have them. So yeah, like to get all the, like, to hold these belts again at one time, great. When I beat Klitschko, he was considered the undisputed champion because his brother was a WBC champion at the time. So it didn't really matter anyway. And you know, having all these belts at once is quite difficult because you've got to make all these organisations happy. And I'm only interested in making one organisation happy at a time. And the WBC are standing by me and doing right by me, so I'm going to do right by them. And I want to defend my WBC title, what I've worked hard for all over the years. It's always slipped through my fingers. It won't be slipping through my fingers again.
Those, once again, are the words of Tyson Fury, and he explained some things that I had questions for myself about the WBC, about the mandatory, about Dillian Whyte, about his situation. And he said that the belts don't make the guy, the fighter. The fighter makes the belts, but he does respect the belt. He does respect the duty of being the WBC champion. He said he would punch Dillian Whyte's face right in, especially he doesn't want to lose it, especially to Dillian Whyte. And he does respect the WBC. As of now, he has had every belt at some point or the other. He hasn't had them all at one time. But he says he does want to defend that belt. Now, this is something that I do want to discuss. I want to counterpunch about Tyson Fury. I think this is paramount for Tyson Fury to defend at least one belt because he's a belt holder now. You know, the lineal is the knowledge or knowing of you beating the guy. You know, you are the guy that beat the guy. You're the guy that beat the guy. Okay, which was looked at as the undisputed. He was the unified champion. He wasn't the undisputed because his brother Vitaly had the WBC at the time, the same belt that he has now, and he never fought him. Okay, now the thing about Tyson Fury is what hangs over Tyson Fury. What hangs over like a dark cloud is the fact that when he did make that triumphant victory, when he did upset Vladimir, got those belts, he didn't defend any of those belts. Okay, sure, one of them was already stripped. I get it, and I understand what Tyson Fury means, that it is a lot of politics when it comes to having all those belts at one time. It's like having many kingdoms and keeping many of these kingdoms happy at one time, just like he said, but he never defended any of them. So him saying that he wants to be that guy, I think what's paramount for Tyson Fury, and I think what's more paramount than an undisputed fight right now, is him defending that belt. He will defend that belt against Deontay Wilder. There's no doubt about it. He has to. You know, but Deontay Wilder is not the legitimate first defense of the WBC. Okay? Now, I want you guys to pay attention to what I'm going to tell you. He defends his belt against Deontay Wilder by default, not because of the WBC duty. The WBC has nothing to do with this particular fight. Mauricio already verified that. Okay? And I think that if he was going to fight anyone, it would be Dillian Whyte. So for him to fight Deontay Wilder, which is not a WBC mandatory, or a voluntary or anything like that, it's just a contractual agreement fight because of what Deontay Wilder once was. I think he owes it to defend that belt legitimately to fight Dillian Whyte. If he looks that low on Dillian Whyte, he should have no problem with knocking him out. You know, and if he feels that way about the WBC belt, there should be no reason, I repeat, no reason that he should drop that belt like he claimed or threatened to do earlier last week. Okay. But the WBC belt, he has had all those belts at one time, and I understand the way he's looking at it. Like, dude, I've had all those belts. What does those belts mean? I got the very last one when I beat Deontay Wilder. But the thing is, it's the duty of all of them. If you're undisputed, if you call yourself the lineal champion, if you have those belts anyway, you should want to defend those belts. You know? And I think it's nothing like having them all at one time. You know, especially when it's one guy that has the rest of them. And that's all you have to do is beat that guy to get the rest of them and have all of them at one time. You know, so it does make you think that, hey, if Tyson Fury really loves the WBC or love being a belt holder, there should be no reason or he should have no excuse, rather, why he can't defend that belt. Okay. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think about Tyson Fury's comments. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.